Okay, guys, and welcome back to Sin's Feeding the Beast. This is episode 11. Now, I had some trouble. Well, I'm not having trouble. I've been waiting for my matter fabricator to make my second UU matter so I can make that advanced solar panel, and well, it's going a lot slower than I'd expect. I've got 16 solar panels upstairs, just normal ones, and plus these furnaces burning all the time. That's not enough. So I think it's time to harness some lava. So I've been saving up some lava here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it over essentially just to keep it so it's stockpiling at the moment in this tube, because you can use lava to make EU, and you can either use a geothermal generator, or you can also use what's it called? A thermal generator, which is this one here, and that's the one I want to use because essentially with lava, from a thermal generator you get 30k EU, whereas from just a normal geothermal generator you only get 20k. So, you know, why not? why not use the best thing you possibly can? As you can see, I've been starting to bring all this stuff together. So what I might do is I might just make it in this one here. So essentially, what we need here is, oh god, I didn't bring any cobble. That's one thing I always seem to be out of with these barrels is cobble, because, well, they all end up in the same barrel. Sorry, it all ends up in the barrel when I double click it, and that's quite annoying. I've got plenty of iron there, as you can see. 24 would suffice for this. So again, to make a geothermal generator, you need a generator to start. So that's pretty easy, as shown here. You get some furnaces, you make them iron furnaces, you turn those iron furnaces into generators, as you see there, generators, brilliant. And then from these generators, actually what I need to do is I need to grab some cells to make these geothermals. It's always nice having everything around you so you know where to go to get it. But yeah, so to make the geothermal, we start with cells like so, glass around it, and refined iron on either side. That gives us our geothermal generator. I've got two of them, brilliant. And then now we need to create some reinforced glass for the geothermal, so the thermal generator, which is, you can use either hardened glass or reinforced glass, and I have a lot of glass and advanced alloy, so I'm happy to use that for the moment. So bam, pull that out. I've got two extras of those. But the next part we do is, so we put our geothermal generator right there, and I've forgotten something. I've forgotten the circuits, I believe. Whoops, wrong one. Yes, I have. Right, because I have plenty right there. Now to make this, so again, circuits on either side of the geothermal generator just there. Two glass in the center, and then just fill it around with this aluminium plate. You can also use the Invar plate, but aluminium plate's just fine for me. So there we go, two geothermal generators. So as you can see, this pipe is filling up with lava, and pretty much as soon as I drop these on, these will start filling up with lava, and they'll start. Oh, why did that not work? Because I'm probably trying to place in the wrong spot, most likely. So as we can see, these are starting to fill up, and when they have, whoops, let's try this again. Do I stand up there? No, really? Don't want to let me stand up there? Okay, well, I'll just fly out for a minute. So as you can see, actually I can do it. Be a bit tricky. Use pipe. So there you go. So you can see they've got lava in them. They're generating power, and it shows you how much power is in them, and so how much liquids in them. And this is again in millibuckets. So and you can put a bucket in there, but obviously I don't have a bucket for it to put it in. Recipes. Okay. And heating cell. I don't know why you'd use a heating cell when you can just put a lava cell in. Right, well, let's not think about that then. But essentially, yeah, these will fill up with lava, so they're using up the lava at a rate, but that should be going into these MFSUs, hopefully. Yes, it is. So, oh, these are off now, so yeah, so what I'm going to do is pull out these. So I have essentially 8 generators here generating as much power as I possibly can, and I have them going all the time. So I guess while we're waiting, I think what a good idea would be to start working on the storage room and sort of go through the logic I have in that room and sort of show that off. And of course, I always seem to be one off, or sorry, one out by either up a stack or down a stack, or up one or down one. I think it's just because of the lag I get. I don't really know exactly how it's going, but as you can see, these will fill up, and these hold up to 10 buckets of liquid at one time. So they're pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them, and what I might do is I might go into the nether and put a personal chunk loader in the nether with a pump and sort of a liquid transposer into cells, and essentially have the opposite on this side, so a transposer pulling out the lava into a lava tank, maybe the one in the tower up there. So therefore I've got lava for these and also for my centrifuges, and I can give my essentially give my magma crucible a rest. So I can, yeah, I don't know, I haven't figured that part out yet, but I'll definitely get into something like that while I'm building up these EUs, because as I said before, these give out 30k EU at 24 EU a tick, so the generators only give out 10 EU a tick, which sort of sucks, but they're better than nothing. So the 8 of them, they're giving essentially 80 EU a tick, but it does burn 8 times as fast, whereas these gives, what's that, that's 48 EU a tick between the two of them, just for burning or just for using lava. And look at that, they've already got, you know, sort of 5 buckets each, I'm assuming. That one's just to be sure. So this one obviously gets a bit more out of the out of it than this one does, but that's fine. I'm pretty happy with how that's going. All right, guys, I'm going to go upstairs, grab some barrels, and we'll get on with the episode. Okay, guys, now I'm back again. So as you can see, this is a room. It's 33 by 33 by 6 high, and that gives me ample room to put all my my barrels in. So actually, I'll go through the logic first, and we'll go from there. So essentially, these pneumatic pipes work by having, if there's a place in the pneumatic pipes when a filter or something pushes it through the pipes, then it will go through. But if there is no spot, then it'll get blocked up. So essentially, that's where this chest comes into its own. I will include that. I will upgrade that to a crystal chest later on. But for the moment, just to prove, there's a proof of concept, and just to get everything started, I'm just using a normal single wooden chest. And yes, so essentially with barrels, everything needs to go into the top. I think I've discussed this before, but just in case I haven't, and when you place a barrel, that's the way things will display. So if I were to get that back, break this quickly, thank you, and run to this side, you can place things in a barrel from any side you wish, but it will only display on one side what's in it. So that's why I've sort of got to be mindful about where I place these, and sort of be in front of them, if that makes sense. So yes, so the plan here is to sort of fill up every spot here, and the reason why there's a spot above and below them is because to put stuff into barrels, you put them in the top, but to take stuff out, you have to take them from the bottom. Now, I know that you can put stuff under a stack of 64 or under a stack of whatever that item is. You can put it in through the bottom, but once it builds up past that stack, it has to go through the top, and that's why I've put it like this. So the first spot in the array will be going in through the top, and that'll solve any problems. Sorry, 1 second. It's getting a bit late here, so I'm a bit tired. But but yeah, so anyway, it has to go through the top, and if it doesn't, and then it'll just bounce back, which isn't a problem, but it just means that sometimes it could lead to problems, and I'd rather avoid that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling this out. I might put this on time lapse, and yeah, I'll come back when I've got a bit more of a finished project. Alright guys, see you in a second. Okay guys, now I'm back again, so it's looking pretty good. Now, I had a thought, and I placed a few of these in the wrong spot, so I will go around and remove them in time. But I was having a thought as I was building this that I had an idea that I thought I was going to make 2 extra lines here, but I thought it'd actually be better to make another smaller U on the inside here, which I will do. But first of all, so I'm going to remove sort of this, and then I'll come back and make it with you guys. So I think that'd be better. Alright guys, back in 1 second. Okay guys, now I'm back, so I've cleared all that out, and what I'm planning to do is I'm going to run this along the ground and come back up here. Obviously I can't put them too close together, otherwise they'll touch, and under the rule and the logic of essentially keeping everything out of way, if that makes out of not out of way, keeping everything broken up so it can't join where it shouldn't, and that the last place is going to be there, because that's the furthest away from here. So as I did with the other one, wait, how does that work? Ooh, okay. So what I've done is I've gone all the way along here. This one I don't think matters as much, that I can come down here, because again this should be the last point, not there shouldn't be anywhere else that's the last point, if that makes sense. That if the point here is longer than this point here, then everything that should go here will go into this bit, will go into that chest, which is not what I want it to do. And I'm sort of trying to give myself the most amount of room that I can, or most amount of space I can with these pipes. So as you can see, I don't want to go one more closer, because if I do, that'll mean that I'm going to be touching those pipes there, and it will no longer be a separate area, essentially. So yeah, it's all pretty good. It's pretty easy. So what I'll do is I'll just go away. I'll finish putting this in. It's all pretty easy, and this tube is made out of glass and brass. Glass and brass. That's a good one. Yeah, but it's essentially made from either zinc and copper in a alloy furnace, which is the IC2 craft stuff, or a am I out? Oh no, good. I have a full stack. Made for zinc and brass, so zinc and copper for IC2, or in an alloy furnace you can make it with tin and copper, and you get 4 from both. So yeah, it's probably the best. And also the brass is really good to use for the mixed alloy ingots, because it gives you the same amount that a bronze would give you, except that the brass is gives you 2 times as much. So I'd recommend using brass for your mixed alloy, or your advanced alloy, I think it's called. But the mixed alloy ingot is what you need to actually craft that. So am I missing one? No, that's where everyone comes to, right? Yeah. Okay, excellent. So I'll go put that in, and I'll come back in just a second, guys. Okay guys, now back again. So I finished off the inside here, and I think it's actually looking quite good. There's a lot of orange and brown in here, but if I really want to, I can cover this up with the micro blocks, the panels. So I might do that at a later episode. Though I found I had a problem upstairs that with the panels, if you hid sometimes when the ones up here that have trouble where the item would get caught behind the micro block, which is a bit of a pain. So I'll see how I go. I actually quite like I quite liking watching things go through the tubes. So especially when I'm going to have sort of a quarry or something else hooked up to it, that essentially everything's just going to be rolling in through the tubes. And my idea here is to have sort of all the items of likeness, or the like-minded, not like-minded, or the or the similar items, I suppose is the best way to say it, together. So we'll have like ores, and we'll have ingots, crystals, you name it, components, like common components like wire or stuff like that, and have everything in here. So there's a lot of space for everything, and obviously I'm going to start filling up some of these. And the things that I don't have, like sort of blank ones here, I'll just put 1 cobble in them, if that makes sense, and that way they are filled, so that items that aren't in this array will come to this box here, so that way I can choose the appropriate ones. So let's start. Let's copper ore and copper ingots. Let's put those in, and I'll show you how they work. Oh, I don't have a filter. You know what? I can borrow this one. Come to me. I always forget how this works. Actually, you know what? I've showed you how it works. Don't worry about that. I'll start getting it set up, and once I've got it all fully set up, I'll bring you down and I'll show you how it works. But yes. Alright guys, I'll go away and do that, and then I'll come back and show you in just a minute. Alright guys, speak to you soon. Okay guys, now I'm back. So yeah, I'll get back to that storage room a bit later. I don't know, I want to do it, but it's a big task to do, so I'll get back to it. But what I will do is I'm going to I'm going to pull out one of these solar panels, and bam, with the Omni wrench gives us it back. So we have our solar panel here, and we're going to go back inside, and we're going to start making our first advanced solar panel. Now, I have my, whoops, wrong level. I have my normal solar panel down here, normal solar panel. I have my matter fabricator here working away. It's got 71%. Obviously, I've got everything running as fast as I possibly can. I've got these geothermal generators going, and it's still taking a bit of time. So I think it'd be good to get one of these going, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So let's get going. Obviously, I have the materials here for more than one, but except for the amount I'm missing one, which is a bit of a pain. But yes, so we're making this iridium iron plate. So this is something new that GregTech has added in the latest update. It makes these advanced solar panels a lot harder than they originally were. They didn't require iridium before, or if they did, I don't remember it. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So let's pull up the advanced solar panel. There we go. So we need this radiant glass. We need the solar panel, which we have. Some advanced alloy, the advanced circuits, and this iridium. What is it called? The Iridiant reinforced plate. So we have this reinforced plate, so we need to put the carbon and the advanced alloys around it to make that plate. So let's do that. Oops, I didn't grab any of these bad boys. So yes, apparently I can make two of them. Oh, of course I can make two of them because I was going to make two of them. Right. So let's make one of those and one of these. There we go. So we've got the reinforced. So we're getting there, slowly getting there. So what we now need to make is this sonarium part, which is a very big part of this build. Originally, it was just this was needed for the advanced solar panel, but now now GregTech's made it a touch harder. So as you can see, we've got our reinforced, our sonarium, so those are the expensive parts. I guess the diamond's expensive as well, but you can just go around farming those quite easily, so it's not too bad. So we need some lapis and some redstone here, so whoops, and come back out. So put the redstone in the designated pattern and the lapis, and there we go. So we've got a reinforced, so irradiant reinforced plate there. It's very hard to speak sometimes. So now we need this irradiant glass. So essentially we need irradiant uranium plus a glowstone dust with this reinforced glass. Now I made reinforced glass before. Let's grab another two of those. I think that'll be just short of what I need anyway. So that's alright. So we've got these two. So again, pretty simple to make that. Bam. Easy as. I need to make these irradiant, what are they called? Irradiant, poopy. No, irradiant, uranium. There we go. Irradiant uranium. I'll make them all because I'll need them anyway. So essentially, you put, what was it? It's two each side with the glowstone in the center. And, oops. I think I've tried to make too many. Yeah, oops, I've made too many, but they will come in handy anyway, so I won't worry about making too many of them. So I've made those, I need another two advanced alloy. Wow, I think I was a bit underprepared for that one, but I'm glad I have all the materials right next door. So I'm not really too worried about that. So we got, I think that's everything, isn't it? So we made these, we made those, we have those, and we have those. Yes, we're ready. We're ready for this first advanced solar panel. Now, this is very expensive and we should be careful, especially as we're getting to the more advanced things. Always use the advanced prototype Omni wrench or the electric wrench. So the only problem with the electric wrench is sometimes it doesn't, it's not on lossless mode, and that can make you very sad. So when I'm going to put this down, we should see it. Oh, that's nice. So it does look different from everything else, and it's got this sort of square pattern on it. And when we look at it there, it actually has a panel there for you to see. So it tells you it's generating 32, max output is 32, and it's generating only 8 at the moment, and that's because there are clouds above it. I wonder How big is this cloud? Okay, I think that's what it is. I'm fairly certain that's what it is. So it may be that I actually might want to raise it to above above the cloud level, and that will remove all those obstacles. Wow, this is a long cloud, and it's taking a while. I think that's the reason for it. I can't put any other thing on it. Yes. So this cloud's not going to go. What I'll do is I'll wait for this cloud to go past and I'll come back because waiting here is probably not going to be the best idea. So I'll speak to you guys in 1 second. Okay, guys, now that cloud has just passed, so let's have a look. And no. Okay. So it says max output generating. Oh, I think I understand what this says. It can generate 30. Sorry, it can generate 8 EU a tick, but it can output 30 EU a tick. So if this saves up energy, it can output it at 32, but it only generates 8. Either way, I'm fairly happy with 8 EU a tick. So let's go downstairs. I don't think there's going to be a noticeable difference between them, but yeah, we can always hope. We can always hope. The manufacturer there can take in 8,192 a second. So yeah, you know, there's stuff happening. There is stuff happening. So I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I'll get onto the to this sorting room as we go along. I've got to put sort of one cobble or one something in all of these barrels to make it work properly, so that's why I didn't really want to get it done. Plus I'm trying to figure out a new system for this to work, because upstairs I have the timer working, which is great, but it causes a bit of lag on the server, so I'm going to try to avoid that. But yes, I hope you like what I've done today. I hope you like the room as it stands. Tell me if you like what I've done. I have followed Etho's design, which is a great design that she gave us. Yeah, if you notice anything that I haven't done right or should do anything better, please put a comment below. And yeah, if you want to see any more videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, have a good day, guys. Sin out.